Hello, families of Grace Christian School and students. Dr. Pettinger here. We just completed our first day in the classroom. I hope this is broadcast. There we go. It's on and broadcasting. We just finished our first day of on-campus education and distance learning, and I wanted to give you an update of where everything took place and how it took place and what we can do better tomorrow. So first off, I believe it was a terrific first day. We exceeded my expectations in a number of areas. The first area was morning check-in. Parents, give yourself an A plus. You did a wonderful job of dropping off your young children and our students and directing them into the right areas. You did wonderful. The students had their temperatures checked. They had some questions asked from them, and they were able to find their classrooms today, and it went without a hitch. There were a couple tears. I think I saw one kindergartner crying, one preschooler crying, and maybe two teachers. So the teachers, I'm joking. But that's kind of how it went. But overall, it went really well. Parents, no one gave any of our PST volunteers a hard time about not coming on campus. We did have one parent sneak on campus, which was very disturbing to me. We found the parent quickly and asked her to leave. She went behind someone to get in. And remember, we're a team and we have to count on each other. We're only as strong as our weakest link. So I want to make sure that we're all working together for the common goal of making sure that we can make it through this entire school year. The second thing I want to talk to you about was our PST volunteers. They did a wonderful job today, manning all three of the gates. They start about 7:50 and they go until 8:30. They did a great job, and I can't thank them enough because it allows staff to be able to help students get to class and everything. So that was a great thing, and I was really appreciative of that. The next thing is pickup today. After school pickup went really well. There were a few hiccups here and there as far as we had a car who illegally parked in the fourth and up car line area, right in the middle of car line, and got out. And the ironic thing was they parked right in front of a sign that said no parking. Go figure. Anyway, that car was there, unfortunately, for about 15 minutes before we were able to locate the parent and get them to remove their car. They were very embarrassed and assured us that it wouldn't happen again. So that slowed Carline down a little bit when we first started. Those of you that followed the pro tip and got there at 10 minutes after 3 pretty much rolled right through Carline, and you did a wonderful job. The next thing I kind of want to talk to you about is waivers. I think we have 95% of the waivers turned in right now. Some of you received phone calls from the office saying we hadn't received them yet or we're missing some other paperwork, and it started trickling back in by the end of the day. You were right, parents. It was in backpacks, and it just hadn't got turned in yet, and I'm sure the rest of them will turn up tomorrow. So I really appreciate how diligent all of you were in getting that turned in. 89.3% of our students were on campus today. The remaining were on distance learning. Distant learning students, as I said in a couple of videos, this was going to be an extremely tough week. Getting everything online and rolling, I asked for you to show us grace. Thank you to those parents who let us know what exactly they were seeing and how we could really troubleshoot it to be able to fix it. And I appreciate those parents who had the positive comments and were being very positive about the distance learning and how we were doing. Let me share with you a couple things that were going on. Number one, Zoom went out on the West Coast. We had absolutely zero control over what was going on with Zoom. The second thing is Google Classroom. I'm not sure if many of you heard on Thursday and Friday, but Google Classroom had been infiltrated and children's accounts were being hacked and inappropriate things were being put onto Google Classroom for children to see. Knowing this, we were changing many of our settings over the weekend with our firewalls and our internal stuff to really protect our students. And I would rather err on the side of safety, of student safety, than making sure that we were able to broadcast today clearly. So that caused some problems that also toggled some things off that we were finding as the day went on. Another area that there was a concern was our firewalls. As we were putting the new firewalls up, it meant reconfiguring those to allow different access for everyone. And then the next thing was Spectrum. Spectrum had some issues with the internet in our area and in southern Orange County. And the funny thing about it is, I do my videos here. Sometimes everything works perfect, and my neighbor across the street can be experiencing network problems. And it's just the nature of the beast when we're dealing with something like this. So please, parents, please show us grace. We are going to show every student grace this week and next as we work through this entire process with our students who are on distance learning and being able to work through. I did talk to one or two teachers. Once it got all completely figured out, it went without a breeze. It went like a breeze. It was able to go smoothly, and I'm sure as the week goes on, it will get better. But you got to remember, we're dealing with our network, we're dealing with your network, we're dealing with our devices and your devices and everything in between. So parents, we're going to be cautious and calm through this whole thing, and we will show grace. And I ask you to do the same thing. No student is going to be marked down this week and next if there's an issue that pops up throughout this whole thing. So I just wanted to make sure that you're all aware of that. And other than that, I wanted to bring up for our preschool parents, I just want to remind you that you are checking in at the first grade gate in the morning. You did a wonderful job today. We're screening your child for temperature and everything like that. Then they're going on to class. And then at the end of the day, like in the afternoon, if you're coming to pick up, if the table's not set up, you come into the office and you'll go straight through to preschool to pick up your child, and you will exit through the gate. Do not exit through the office. And that'll smooth things up and it'll eliminate some traffic there. One final thing, parents, please check your email today. If you have a student in TK through 8th grade, please check your email today. There's a special little gift that we kind of put together for you that should be in your email, and I'm hoping you're very happy with it. I understand that you weren't able to get on campus today, and we're hoping this little memento will make up for you not being able to be on campus. Parents, thank you again for partnering with us. Thank you for the love that you showed. Thank you for being so obedient and so helpful today in car line, picking up and dropping off. If we can do that through this whole thing, we will be golden and we'll be able to move through this extremely quickly. Parents, it's an honor on my behalf and the entire staff to work with you, and we're seeing that we are a great team focusing on one thing, and that's the education of your children while we glorify God. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. I hope it's a little bit cooler, and have a blessed Monday evening.